Welcome, shining souls. Today we have a look at the Queen of the Moon Oracle. This is basically the classic on my Twitch channel for readings. The booklet is super helpful. It's usually 2 pages about the cards, sometimes a little bit more. But you do have keywords on top here. There's even here always a companion stone or metal for the cards. It very much depends on how you personally use this deck. It also has an introduction in the guidebook and is talking about the moon energy in general. Like, the full moon is a time people find it hard to sleep or sleep extra deeply. Dreams are often more vivid and easily remembered. And what's the importance of the waning moon? What does it mean if it is a new or a dark moon? And same once again for the waxing moon. And this is very insightful. There are a few spreads, an element spread, a seasonal spread, and a few more suggestions for you. And then it dives into the cards. We will have, like usual with my unboxing videos, a 3-card pick at the end, card 1, 2, or 3, where I'm gonna read a full excerpt of the pages from the booklet, so you get a better picture about it. But now we start with the cards themselves. The color scheme matched the underground. You might have noticed that already. So let's see what we have here. The dark moon, the void, is number 1. New moon beginnings is number 2. 3. Waxing crescent realization. 4. Acceptance. 5. Growth. 6. Self-love. 7. Nourishment. 8. The path. 9. Assessing. 10. Discernment. 11. Fear. 12. Boundaries. 13. Will. 14. Focus. 15. Action. 16. A full moon. Power. 17. Self-reflection. 18. Pleasure. 19. Balance. 20. Beauty. 21. Resilience. 22. Wisdom. 23. Gratitude. Protection. Resistance. Surrender. 27. Release. Peace. The wolf moon. Hunger. The snow moon. Purity. The warm moon. Faith. The egg moon. Trust. Flower moon. Blossoming. the hot moon, extremes. Thunder moon, change. Green corn moon, patience. Harvest moon, fruition. Abundance. Creation. Darkness. Serenity. The masculine. The blue moon, the unexpected. And the supermoon, attraction. So let's shuffle a little bit. Pick the card that calls to you. 1, 2, or number 3. And let's see what the cards have in store for us. Card number 1 is 18, pleasure. So we have butterflies all over the card. It's very pretty, and it kind of looks like they are coming out of a cocoon of energy. Let's see what the guidebook says about number 18. Are you taking life too intensely or too seriously? The time has come to call in the pleasures of life. Seek lightheartedness at this time. Focus on what would make you happy. Schedule in activities you find pleasurable. I open myself to the pleasures of life. In our search for a better life, something happened along the way. We forgot how to find real pleasure in what we do rather than just being diverted from the everyday. Life can be overwhelming, and our rational mind seems to need every available minute of our time to be able to cope with its demands. Pleasure has taken the back seat, or there is a pattern of it now forming destructive tendencies, such as binge drinking rather than simply having a wine or two with friends. A big part of pleasure is letting go. This does not mean surrendering or giving up. It simply means handing over all our administration, stress, and worries for a time and immersing ourselves in something joyful. When we don't allow ourselves to experience pleasure, whether in the form of laughter, play, sensuality, or the development of skills, we remain less than whole and feel a wanting. No fun actually makes us dull indeed. Over time, we are much less effective in our emotional and work lives if we do not experience regular doses of pleasure. Our ancient ancestors knew the importance of pleasure in the forming of a healthy mind, body, and spirit. There were gods and goddesses dedicated to happiness and the pleasures of life, such as the Egyptian goddess Hathor. The temples of Hathor were joyful places full of songs and beauty. There were even small temples placed in honor outside other major deities' temples so that people could be in a happy and contented mental mood before entering to worship. The Egyptians clearly believed that having a positive or relaxed state of mind assisted in having a positive spiritual connection. And the companion stone or metal is turquoise. Moving on to card number 2. Protection, number 24. This picture is beautiful with the bird carrying them in this nest. And 24 is actually one of the 2 favorite numbers I have. Well, let's see. This card talks about your higher power is a loving and protective energy. You are loved and protected. Identify your fears. You can protect yourself better. Trust in yourself. I am loved and protected. As the lunar cycle comes to the last of the crescents, in this case the waning ones, we know that the dark moon is close, and so is the fresh start of the beautiful new moon. Here's our chance to let go of our resistance, surrender and let go. To do that with confidence, we may feel that we need some support from the universe, or whatever we believe our higher power to be. That support can take the form of feeling protected from whatever might happen and helping us get the courage to release what needs to go. Witches and other pagan practitioners who use the lunar and seasonal energies are often asked to assist people with spell techniques and talismans of protection. These darker moons and the dark moon itself provide a great time to create and cast for this purpose. An easy way is to plug into the earth, raise that benevolent and loving energy, and turn to the 4 directions, asking each direction to shield and protect you in your endeavors. Then finally connect with the moon herself, with you as a conduct in the middle, brimming full of power and confidence. Trust in yourself and do what you need to do. The companion stone or metal is black tourmaline, which makes sense because that is a very, very protecting stone. So we had pleasure and protection. And let's see. Card number 3 is focus. Also interesting, we got waning, and waxing moons here. So let's dive into card number 14, focus. You must focus on the task on hand right now. There is no room for a scattergun approach. Put on the blinkers and do not listen to gossip or negative people. If you make a mistake, it is your mistake to make. Do not waste your focus. Do not split your attention into too many pieces. The affirmation is, I have a laser-like focus that serves me well. What we place our focused attention on matters. Placing our undivided focus on something means we are more likely to take action on it. We are more likely to finish something we wish to complete if we focus on it. We are more likely to plan and succeed in our achievements should we take the time to focus on how. Even something as simple as eating a meal is more enjoyable if we take the time to focus on just that. Eating and all of its sensory rewards. What hinders focus? Diversion, and it is often diversions we set for ourselves or that we allow. When we are afraid of our own growth of greatness, we may procrastinate. We might place drama in our own way. We may even focus on everyone except ourselves and never have the time to do the things we set for ourselves. Our heart's desires therefore never come to us. We might allow the opinions of others to get in the way, letting the criticism and values of others affect us. This is useless. We need to forget about the gossip or opinions of others about what our society says. Instead, turn your focus to you and what you are doing. Pay attention to you. You. We need to focus instead on what feels so deeply good to us that we really want and what we want to place our laser-like focus upon, and soon it will be ours. And the companion stone or metal for this one is the carnelian. Carnelians are stunning red-orange color, so I can see that as well. So I hope you liked this deck with the 44 cards, and you found a message in one of the 3 cards we had here for you. See you in the next one.